cipher. Real men don't rape. Oh shit, must have been
What is good in the hood? Good looking. Yeah, alright. Anyways, we got another banger ass video by the name of So Do You Want to Get Your Driver's License? Fun fact, I already have my driver's license.
Nice.
Some valuable information right there. Anyways, this video is made by Cheats. I recommend coming to watch this video after you watch me film it, just so you can show some love to this creator who is giving me free content to give out. Anyways, let's get to it.
Alright, so getting your driver's license is supposed to be like this big milestone in life, right? Freedom, independence, all that stuff. But in reality, it's one of the most stressful and embarrassing processes you'll ever go. The government basically hands you a car and says, good luck, try not to kill anyone. And the way people hype it up makes it worse. Everyone's like, once you get your license, you can go anywhere you want. Bro, no I can't. I still live with my parents. I got like $3 in my bank account, and gas is $5 a gallon.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a job. When I'm driving and I need to pay for gas, gotta ring up mommy. Hey, y'all gotta give some parents some credit, man. Without my parents, I'll be fucking nowhere in my life. I will be absolutely nowhere.
The only place I'm driving is straight back home. Not to mention, the whole process is designed to humble you. Like,
all right, I'm pausing this one last time. There was a moment in time I thought I can just drive anywhere when I get my license. But like, when you get your license, you're driving around and you think you're just gonna go anywhere. But then you look at the gas meter, it's just completely empty. And you're like, holy shit, I need to fill up my gas. You go to fill up your gas, it's $100 fucking dollars. $100. You better get your ass home. You're not going nowhere. Fucking nowhere. This is like my first time getting a reality check about real life. I have no fucking money. I'm going to be broke. I'm going to be a fucking nobody if this whole YouTube shit doesn't work out. Like, what do you want me doing?
you'll walk into the DMV thinking you're ready for adulthood, and the second you step up to that counter, some 60-year-old lady with glasses down her nose just looks at you like, you're not built for this. And she's right, because 5 minutes...
Okay, I know I said it was my last time pausing it, but my first time at the Secretary of State, my mom gave me these papers, and she was too busy to walk in. So it was just me walking into the Secretary of State. And eventually, I walk into the front door. I'm sitting on the chair. I tell them I'm there. They call me up, get my paperwork done, and then they ask for a specific paper that I do not remember the name of. I'm pretty sure it was like, it wasn't my birth certificate. God damn, I don't remember what paper it was. But they asked for a paper, and so I gave it to them, and they look at me and they go, that's the wrong paper. And fellas, the only papers I had was my birth certificate and the fucking envelope to my birth certificate. Let that sink in. I didn't have anything else. So, before you go to the Secretary of State to get your license, make sure you check to have everything you need. That's my valuable life lesson.
Minutes later, you're out there stalling your car in front of a line of 30 people who all hate you now. So let's talk about what actually happens when you try to get your license. First off, you gotta get your learner's permit, which is basically the government saying, here's a piece of paper that lets you legally traumatize your parents in the passenger seat. Every
I never
drive
did that.
turns into a hostage situation. Your mom's clutching the door handle like you're driving a fighter jet.
Oh my...
Your dad's yelling, brake earlier.
Fucking mom. My mom pissed me off. When I was learning how to drive, my mom pissed me the fuck off. Every turn I fucking made.
Every 5 seconds, and God forbid you miss a stop sign, suddenly you're the worst driver alive. And the crazy part is, your parents forget they drive like maniacs too. Like, they'll be yelling at you for not using your blinker.
Bro, on God, my mom be going like 300 miles an hour on the highway.
But last week you watched them cut across 3 lanes like they were in the new Fast and Furious movie. Plus, having a permit makes you a second-class citizen. You can't even drive alone. You need some random adult next to you at all times. Like, bro, if I'm old enough to control a 2-ton
Did I love my
machine
driver's
on the
instructor?
freeway, why do I still need my mom sitting there with a Diet Coke acting like she's my parole officer? Then there's driving school, where some random 40-year-old dude who looks like he's given up on life teaches you how to parallel park. The car always smells weird, like a mix of old coffee and
I still, to this day, do not know how to parallel park.
and regret, and they make you do the dumbest stuff, like a 3-point turn. Like, bro, I'm not driving a forklift. I just want to get the Taco Bell.
First time trying the new cheesy crunch wrap. Let's see how it tastes.
And these
Dude,
instructors...
nah. This dude, I fucking love this
Taco
dude.
Bell.
First time trying the new cheese.
I've seen clips of him going into McDonald's doing some crazy shit. The craziest shit I have seen online is from this guy. If any of y'all know his name, leave his name down in the comments, bro. This guy deserves more credit for what he does.
Cheesy crunch wrap. Let's see how it tastes.
And these instructors always have that dead behind the eyes look, like they've watched thousands of teenagers almost plow.
Dude, I loved my driver's instructor. I'll say it again.
You could literally
Mr.
crash
Blunt.
into a fire hydrant and they just
He's a
write
big
it
black
down, like,
dude.
yep, -5 points. Don't do that again. They also purposely take you on the worst possible roads. Like, bro, I live in the suburbs. Why are you making me merge onto the freeway in the middle of rush hour? I just learned where the headlights are. I'm not ready to battle semis going 80. And for some reason, they love parking.
All right. So when I was first driving, I'm not going to say where I live, but I live very close to a place that is notorious for being the most dangerous town in America. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fucking gangbanger. I have never claimed to be a gangbanger. I live in the suburbs. So I'm driving around, and my driver's instructor, as soon as we get to this like dangerous ass town, which I'm not going to name, we get to the stoplight, and he tells me when the light turns green, don't go for 3 seconds. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, why the fuck? And so I'm waiting there for like 3 seconds. Sure enough, zoom! A fucking car just ran the red light right in front of me. Like, going 120 on not even a main road, just a local road. Like, in the fucking city, 120. I was flabbergasted. Flabbergasted isn't even the word. It's like, I was amazed.
Parallel park between these two cones back into this imaginary spot. Like, when am I ever going to use this? Nobody in history has ever said, oh, sorry guys, I can't come out tonight. I really failed my 3-point turn. Plus, the silence is brutal. You're in a car with this stranger, and the whole time you're trying to impress him like it's a date you didn't agree to. You flick the blinker on 2 streets early, and so he notices, like, see, I'm responsible. Meanwhile, he's staring out the window, sighing, writing hieroglyphics on his clipboard, zero validation.
Dude, driver's instructors make hella bank. They make so much money. I was talking to my driver instructor, Mr. Blunt. This guy is making like 100 bands monthly for what he does. And he's retired, so he's just doing this as a side gig. Bro is living the most lavish life he possibly can, just driving with youth. Driving with the youth. If you're a fucking pedo, you can just become a driver's instructor and you can hang out with as many kids as you want for fucking money. Instead of trying to link up with the kids over fucking Instagram or Facebook or Telegram, whatever the fuck you're going to use, just become a driver's instructor. It's easy as fuck. And you get money for it. You can just hang out with the little chitlings and not have any consequences. But you can't touch. You cannot touch. That's the only rule. All right?
Now comes the actual road test. Easily the most stressful 15 minutes of your life. You've been practicing for months, but the second that instructor sits in the passenger seat, your brain forgets how cars even work. Like, I'll be gripping the wheel so hard, you think I'm landing a plane. And the instructors never help.
Bro, on God, it was like my third drive ever. And we're at this turn after turning on the parking lot, and he's like, turn on your blinker. On my life, I forgot what a blinker was.
Either. They just sit there in complete silence, scribbling on their little clipboard like they're writing your obituary. You could literally save a baby duck crossing the road, and they'd still be like, you didn't check your mirrors enough. Automatic fail. The worst part is they never tell you
I
how
always
you're
check
doing
my
during
mirrors.
the test. Like, you're just sweating bullets.
I was too
thinking,
scared.
Okay, I nailed that stop sign, right? That was clean. Meanwhile, the guy's just clicking his pen like he's deciding if you deserve human rights. And parallel parking, that's the final boss. You could drive perfectly the entire test, but if you so much as touch the curb, they act like you just committed a felony. Like, bro, half the adults out here park like absolute garbage. Why is this?
I mean, all right. I would rather them be like this than let anybody fucking drive. I'll say it. I know a girl who got her learner's permit And she's already been in 3 crashes. Already. Then again, her family's rich as fuck. But the fact that you had your learner's permit, or have your learner's permit, for not even 3 months, and you get 3 crashes, that's 1 crash per month, average. And you're 16 years old. You're 16 years old and you already gotten 3 crashes. That's not a good sign.
It's a standard. And if you fail, oh, that's the walk of shame. Nothing hurts more than walking out of the DMV while some 16-year-old behind you is celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. You gotta call your parents like, yeah, so...
Bro, I have a buddy named David. This fucking kid. I wasn't there for it, but I've heard stories. He was taking his driver's test for the first segment on a written paper. This kid failed twice. Mind you can only take this quiz 3 times. He's sitting at the table, and my buddy Gavin, he told me this story. His dad was outside the building in the parking lot, and the way driver's training is for me, there's windows that you can just look through. And anytime my boy David would like slack off, his dad would just lay on the horn. Just fucking lay on it. And every time he looked away from the paper, bang, bang. Anytime he talked to someone, bang, bang. It's just kind of funny. It's just funny as shit.
To be Ubering for
a funny
a few
story.
more weeks. And the retest, way worse, because now the instructor already knows you're trash. They sit down like, oh, it's you again. And suddenly every tiny mistake is magnified. Forgot your blinker? Fail. Rolled half an inch over the line? Fail. Blinked too aggressively? Fail. It really feels like a driving test is more like some government-sanctioned hazing ritual. Like, congrats, you survived high school. Now let's see if you can survive me quietly judging you for 15 minutes straight. And if you do pass, congrats. Now you get to join the most chaotic experience of all, driving with your friends. Because the second you pick them up, they act like your car is a party bus. Someone's fighting for the
Bro, on God. The amount of rides people ask from you when you turn 16, it's lethal. Hey, and be safe while driving. Never drink while driving. Never drive under the influence. I know you might get in trouble, but it is not worth your life. If you drive under the influence, your life's just fucked. That's going to be on your permanent record. It is not worth it, fellas. Nowhere near worth it. Stay safe out there.
Somebody else is hanging halfway through the window, and there's always that one friend in the back spilling Taco Bell all over your seats like it's their own personal trash can. Suddenly you're not the cool guy with the car, you're the unpaid Uber driver. Every text is just, bro, can you pick me up? We need a ride. Like,
bro, on God, it actually is. Every time I look at my fucking phone. Yo, Jack, can I get a ride? Yo, bro, can I get a ride? Like, no, bro.
I didn't get this license so I could chauffeur half the school. I just wanted to get a McFlurry without adult supervision. Then comes the gas money argument. Every group has that one guy who never pays. You could drive them across the entire state, drop them off at their front door, and they'll hit you with, bro, I'll get you next time. Spoiler, there is no next time. This man hasn't seen a gas pump in his life. And the thing about being first in your group with the license is suddenly you're everybody's servant. Like, you're not their friend anymore, you're their taxi. Midnight trips to Taco Bell, guess you're driving. Someone's crush lives 20 minutes away, you're driving. Someone wants to just cruise, guess what? You're driving. Meanwhile, your tank's on empty and you're praying your parents don't notice you burn through
Yo, why the fuck does my head look like that? Oh, hell no.
half a paycheck in gas money. And late night drives are their own horror movie. Everyone's laughing, music's blasting, but the second you get pulled over, all your so-called friends just turn into lawyers in the backseat whispering advice. Bro, don't admit anything. Just tell him you're speeding because your grandma's sick. Like, shut up, man. You're the reason I missed the stop sign in the first place. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Once the hype dies down, you realize that driving kind of sucks. Like, yeah, you've got the freedom, but now you also are stuck dealing with the absolute worst people on the road. You've got the guy who thinks turn signals are optional, the lady going 20 in the fast lane, and of course, the sucks. Like, yeah, you've got the freedom, but now you also are stuck dealing with the absolute worst people on the road. You've got the guy...
If I have somebody do that shit in front of me, boom, straight into the behind, I promise you. If we're on a highway and you miss your turn, oh my fucking God. Straight Ray Lewis in this bitch. I don't give a fuck who you are. You do this shit to me, you're done. you're donezo. Gone.
Who thinks turn signals are optional, the lady going 20 in the fast lane, and of course, the dude
Bro, I promise you, it's always the bad bitches that are bad at driving.
in the lifted truck who takes it personally if you merge in front of him.
Dude, say I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Like, genuinely. It's the bad bitches and the Asians.
And don't even
Fun fact. I am Asian.
get me started on traffic. Like, nothing humbles you faster than sitting bumper to bumper for 40 minutes to go 3 miles. You're sitting there like, wow, I really begged the DMV for this privilege. Parking lots are war zones. It doesn't matter if it's Walmart, Costco, or some random strip mall. People will straight up cut across 10 spaces diagonally just to beat you by 5 seconds. And there's always that one psychopath who backs into every spot like they're rehearsing for NASCAR pit crew tryouts. Once you get sick of borrowing your parents' minivan, reality hits. You gotta buy your own car, which sounds awesome until you realize every option is either insanely expensive or complete garbage. Like, it's either a brand new car that costs more than your entire net worth, or a 2003 Honda Civic with 280,000 miles and a quirky rattling noise that definitely means the engine's about to explode.
Oh my fucking god. My older sister and my older brother shared this RAV that is like 15. No, it was like 20 years old. My mom used it growing up. And then when she got her own car, that's when my sister was eligible to get her own car. And my mom just gave her the blue RAV. And at that time, it was like 15, 17 years old. And my brother, once my sister moved out, took over that car. And that car was running off a pure fucking will. Nothing was working in it except for the engine. We have replaced all the parts possible. And it just now died. We got the car probably in the year 2000. It just now died in 2025. If you want a good car, buy a RAV. Like, if you don't care about looks, and you just care about like the productivity of a car, get a RAV, especially a blue one. You know, the ones with like the wheel, like the wheel holder behind the back. Any car with that, any car a soccer mom would have, those cars will last you fucking centuries. Doing y'all a favor.
And the sellers always act like it's a hidden gem, like, oh yeah, it runs great, just don't roll down the windows or touch the AC, and make sure you keep a jug of coolant in the trunk at all times. Bro, that is not a car, that's a time bomb on wheels. Insurance? Forget about it. The government basically looks at you, a 17-year-old, and says, yeah, you're definitely crashing within the first 6 months.
Oh, is this a turn right here? Shoot, crap. Everyone, hang on. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you so much. I'm so sorry.
They charge you like $400 a month for the privilege of driving a car that barely starts. And when you do finally buy one, it's not freedom. It's another money pit. Oil changes, tires, random lights popping up on the dashboard. It's like you're playing whack-a-mole. You think you're buying an independence, but in reality, you're just signing up for permanent debt. So yeah, getting your license is hyped up like it's the key to freedom, but it's really just the start of a whole new headache. First, you traumatize your parents, then some guy in a polo shirt makes you parallel park, then you get judged by a DMV executioner with a clipboard, and eventually you go broke from gas, insurance, and your friends mooching rides. So, yeah.
Why do you think I'm starting YouTube? I need money. I need the money. The money. I'm absolutely broke. I cannot afford gas. I cannot go anywhere because I feel bad for taking my parents' money.
Yeah, getting your license is just your first subscription plan to adulthood, and trust me, there's no cancel button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All my videos are on Spotify early.
That's a WS video. Hey, go check out Cheats. Hey, and for you Asians, I love y'all, bro. I love y'all. I got nothing against you. That was just a joke. I don't got nothing against no race. Peace out, gangsters.